Rogelio Nores might have supplied Liam the drugs, according to the Argentinian media. And now he won't even be charged. Let's get into it. Well, according to TMZ, Rogelio Nores might not even be charged for the death of Liam Payne. Initially, it was for abandonment, and that might actually not even be the case. Let's get into this article that TMZ just dropped, okay? Liam Payne prosecutors say why they accused his friend of abandonment. Liam Payne prosecutors lay out why they accused his friend of abandonment. Now, Liam Payne's good friend, who Buenos Aires authorities want to prosecute for abandonment, knew Liam had fallen off the wagon, but still left him alone. So claims prosecutors in an official document obtained by TMZ. But there is a twist, and this is the twist that we have to talk about here. A judge ruled these prosecutors have no jurisdiction to charge the friend with abandonment. Why wouldn't they have jurisdiction? What would be the argument behind that? I told you guys that Rogelio Nores is very well protected. Rogelio Nores has been extremely close to Liam in the last months of his life. The two traveled to Argentina together, but Liam stayed in the Casa Sur Hotel alone and Roger stayed elsewhere. According to the docs, Liam's dad was interviewed by authorities and said that in May in 2024, Roger volunteered to take over Liam's care and arranged to put him in rehab. So Liam Payne's dad testified and told the prosecutors that Roger had volunteered to take over Liam Payne's care, kind of like a conservator. Where have I heard this before where, people are taking like conservatorships of the people and then suddenly people just die? Okay. While in their care? Yeah, you guys put the name in the chat. And arranged to put him in a rehab. The docs say Liam's father said it was critical that Liam always stay busy and never alone. Liam's dad said he became alarmed in September after his son fired a bodyguard who was trying to stop him from using drugs. Okay. Prosecutors say Roger knew Liam was clearly off the wagon. They say at about 10 p.m. the night before Liam died, Liam ordered 4 bottles of whiskey. And at about 6:36 a.m. the next morning, he ordered 5 more bottles of whiskey. They say at about 7 a.m. he texted Roger, "Dude, I think I'm going to F a hooker." And authorities say at about 9:32 a.m., Liam texted Roger, "Can you get 6 grams?" Presumably referring to cocaine. They say when Roger arrived at the hotel, they went to breakfast where Liam drank whiskey. The maid went to the room when they were at the breakfast and said that the room was trash. Authorities say Liam went back to the room after breakfast and the maid said he was chaotically looking for something and eventually found a powder. Now, at about 11:30 a.m., two prostitutes showed up and they told police they had sex with Liam. Oh, that's not what the prostitutes said to the other authorities, by the way. They said that they never did anything with Liam and whatnot. They say he asked them for cocaine because he was out. They also say Liam became enraged when they asked him for payment and punched the TV 3 times. What was interesting about this picture is that the TV definitely broken, but the glass right here, this champagne glass, was not. Okay. At around 2 p.m., authorities say he asked a hotel employee, "I'm going to need another 7 grams for today." According to the docs, Roger came back to the hotel about 3:45 p.m. to pay the prostitutes. Oh, but I thought the prostitutes weren't paid. Okay. And at about 4 p.m., a staffer claimed Liam was visibly drunk with dilated pupils. At about 4:04 p.m., Roger left the hotel. A shorter time later, a housekeeper heard Liam breaking objects in his room. And someone from the hotel tried calling Roger, but he didn't answer. At about 4:25 p.m., Roger texted Liam, "How are you?" But Liam didn't respond. Huh. So he leaves at 4:04 p.m. Okay. Remember, Roger Norris said that he had left 40 minutes before all of this happened. And then at about 4:24 p.m., Roger then just says, "I'm going to text Liam and say, hey, how are you?" And Liam didn't respond. Okay. Sources connected to Roger doesn't respond, but also The hotel is calling Roger, and Roger didn't respond. Okay. He must have not seen the missed calls from the hotels. The hotel also didn't call the police to let them know that, they had this man that apparently allegedly was using drugs. But okay. Sources connected to Roger tell TMZ he checked on Liam 3 times. Oh, the sources connected to Roger tell TMZ. So you're not getting a direct statement. These are sources, people that speak out, kind of like the same people that are sourcing out information for Kate Cassidy, right? Okay. He checked on Liam 3 times the day he died and insisted he left Liam at the hotel about an hour before the fatal fall. Liam was fine and showed no evidence of being under the influence of everything. Now, the twist: the prosecutors who wrote this document are national prosecutors, but a judge ruled any case involving alleged abandonment should be handled by local prosecutors. So, the judge basically told these national prosecutors, you would think that one would trump the other, but I guess it doesn't. Judge says, listen, national prosecutors, where you oversee national cases, you need to leave the local prosecutors to prosecute this case against Rogelio NORES, not you guys. You guys aren't allowed to touch this. Okay. It's interesting because it happened at a hotel, right? All of this. And this is a celebrity that's traveling with his manager, not manager, but manager. Okay. How all of this is going down. So the judge told the national prosecutors they had no jurisdiction to pursue the abandonment. So you have Rogelio NORES walking around free without charges at this point. I guess I want to know. So what happened to the charges that he initially had with the 2 other people? What happened with those? So far, there have been no charges filed by local prosecutors, and national prosecutors try appealing the judge's ruling, but the appeal was rejected. So the national prosecutors are trying to do their job. They gave their statement. They said what was going on, and they're investigating, but now they had to stop because the local prosecutors have to handle this. They're going to deem whether they're going to charge Rogelio NORES, who's well connected with Nicolas Caputo and the ex-president of Argentina, Macri. All right. Yeah, this is going very well, y'all. The perfect murder. Let me just put that out there. As TMC reported, 3 hotel workers grabbed Liam by the arms and legs against his will and took him to the room. Documents showed the first time they did this to Liam. Got back in the elevator. When the door opened in the lobby, he was unconscious but regained consciousness and went into the lobby and collapsed again. They took him back upstairs and left him in the room alone. As we reported, one of the employees who carried Liam called 911. Oh, and said they were worried he might hurt himself because of the balcony, suggesting Liam may have said he was going to use the balcony to escape. Now, what they're not mentioning here is that there was a first 911 call before the second 911 call. Some of you guys said, no, Rabbit, they released the first 911 call. Where? 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 It's only been the second one that's been released, and I've heard it multiple times. And it's been heavily edited by multiple people. It's only been one 911 call released, and that's the second 911 call. We have yet to hear the first one. Okay. In fact, it appears Liam tried to do just that because he had put on a hat, strapped on a bag to his shoulder, and apparently dropped a leather bag from his third floor balcony to the second floor balcony directly below. It appears Liam was trying to scale down to the second floor balcony when he fell to his death. Why did it take them so long to find the leather bag that was there? And I believe it was like, what is it, on the second floor after the alleged fall? Yeah, let me just say this, okay? Because I actually pointed this out on my video 2 weeks ago that was censored by YouTube. Let's get into this video. I'm going to point out to you the biggest red flag with this article right here, okay? Let's go back, all right? And if you're watching this video right here, shout out to you because you're following through with what I'm saying. Thank you guys. When TMZ put this out here, they say at 7 a.m., he texted Roger. He, meaning Liam, texted Roger, dude, I think I'm going to F a hooker. And authorities say at about 9:32 a.m., Liam texted Roger, can you get me 6 grams? Presumably referring to coke. Okay. This video right here that I put out on 2 weeks ago, or on November 11th, I said in here, wow, Liam Payne exclusive text messages. Rogelio Nores assisted in Liam's death. Allegedly, it said that based on the TMC article, that Liam is texting Rogelio Nores about 6 grams, asking him to get him 6 grams. This is what the text messages say. This journalist right here reads a text message that basically says, and he reads it in verbatim, from Rogelio to Liam. This message right here, even though it says dealer on top, is from Rogelio to Liam, where he says these 6 grams are good. This message is what was recovered from these cell phones, and that has been released to the Argentinian media. So this text is actually part of the investigation, you guys. This right here. Not only did Rogelio Nores abandon his friend, he played a major role in making sure that Liam was supplied the drug. Rogelio played a bigger part in his friend's demise. He was getting his friend the supply that he needed. Now, it makes me wonder, was this the only time? Were there other times? He was getting the supply that his friend needed. So, if Liam Payne was asking Rogelio Nores for drugs, Rogelio Nores was giving him drugs. His friend played a bigger role, and now, based on what's been released, he may not even be charged. If the local prosecutors don't pick up the case, he may not even be charged. He may be walking free to manage somebody else. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, this was a video that I did 2 weeks ago. It's linked in the description box. Check it out because I told you guys that there was more to Rogelio Nores. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.